We shall not give up the fight, we have only started. We have only started. We have only started. We shall not give up the fight, we have only started. We have only started. We have only started.
We shall not give up the fight, we have only started. We have only started. We have only started. We shall not give up the fight, we have only started. We have only started. We have only started. Together we'll have unity, hand holding hand, hand holding hand, hand holding hand. Together we'll have unity, hand holding hand, hand holding hand, hand holding hand. Never ever put to fight, we are bound to win. We are bound to win. We are bound to win. Never ever put to fight, we are bound to win. We are bound to win. We are bound to win. Refugees are welcome here. Let's be open-hearted. Let's be open-hearted. Let's be open-hearted. Refugees are welcome here. Let's be open-hearted. Let's be open-hearted. Let's be open-hearted. We shall not give up the fight. We have only started. We have only started. We have only started. We shall not give up the fight. We have only started. We have only started. We have only started. We shall not give up the fight. We have only started. We have only started. We have only started. We shall not give up the fight. We have only started. We have only started. We have only started.
Good evening. We are the Quire of Eastern Iowa, and we're so excited to present to you Multitudes, a queer celebration. Tonight is a celebration of who we are and the many ways that we exist. You just heard a freedom song from the fight against the apartheid in South Africa. We Shall Not Give Up the Fight has been adopted by marginalized communities around the world. In this moment of legislatures and courts working to remove the rights from LGBTQIA+ people, we sing the song to remind ourselves that our work advocating for queer people is necessary and important. It is up to us to continue the job of our forebears in advocacy started.
One person we have inherited the fight from is Bayard Rustin. If you don't know who Bayard Rustin was, think of him as the man who introduced Martin Luther King Jr. to Gandhi's ideas of civil disobedience to effect social change. Because Bayard was gay and refused to deny that part of himself in a world where homosexuality was immediately scandalous, he was forced to step back from his public role pushing for civil rights. He did not give up the fight, though. He continued his work and was a major organizer of the March on Washington. Please enjoy this recording of Bayard Rustin.
Nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows my sorrow.
Detractors, both black and white, came after Bayard Rustin armed with the fear-tipped spear of homophobia. Lies that Martin Luther King Jr. and Bayard Rustin were lovers were maliciously concocted by Representative Adam Clayton Powell Jr. for his own political gain.
When Dr. King and Rustin planned a march outside the DNC in Los Angeles, Powell warned King that if he didn't distance himself from Rustin, he would go to the press with the lie that Bayard and Martin were lovers.
This threat pushed Rustin from the movement that he'd put his life and breath on the line for. With pressure from the movement, Rustin resigned from the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, an organization that King and Rustin founded.
For years, he stayed underneath the shadows, forced to hide for the first time in his life. The most brilliant strategic mind of the civil rights movement, pushed out of the very movement he helped create.
He was a gay man, unapologetically, and he was shunned in silence for his loving.
Queer people are often asked to hide themselves in different parts of society. That's one reason the choir exists. We sing together, yes. We also create community with each other, an intentional queer community. Our next piece, In Unity, is about exactly that. When I find myself, I'm in harmony with you.
Unity, oh, unity. Many voices, many rhythms, we're singing in unity. We are setting the course for tomorrow when the world is in our hands. We are singing for truth and justice. We are ready to take a stand. We have hopes and aspirations. We are none of us the same. In our message and in our music, it is unity that we claim. In unity, when I find my voice, I'm in harmony with unity, unity, unity. In unity, unity, when I hear my soul in accord, it's ringing unity, unity, unity. Oh, unity, unity, when I find my rhythm, I know I'm moving in a groove. Unity, 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 I have found myself in unity.
Each of us in the choir takes great pleasure of coming together to make music. And now we invite you to join us in harmony. Please find in your pamphlets some lyric sheets and join us in a couple new verses of Joy to the World.
Joy to the world, the queers are here. Let earth receive its wings. We'll break the gender norms and live in harmony. LGBTQIA, LGBTQIA, LGBTQIA plus. Joy to the world, we have come out to raise our rainbow flags. We'll don our makeup and dress how we please. LGBTQIA, LGBTQIA, LGBTQIA plus.
The moment you've been waiting for. The world's longest Christmas carol. Also on your lyric sheets. Try not to get lost.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a choir concert to go see. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 rainbow flags and a choir concert to go see. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 friends coming out, 2 rainbow flags and a choir concert to
All right. You know that they wrote, Sydney and Kate both wrote those words, the pair. I'm Alex Heelan, the artistic director of the choir, and it's, you don't need to clap. It's obviously my great pleasure to work with all of these people. Every week, getting together, creating queer community, singing great songs, singing well together. Yes. Yeah, you can applaud that. And it's not just because I have too many jackets that I need to wear for something. But one person who you've already seen some of the skills of tonight that makes a lot of this happen together with me and with all of us is Leslie Highland. And she's going to conduct this next piece. Yeah. So will you help me welcome to the stage Leslie Highland and our special guest tenor, Luigi Enriquez.
Jesus, wonderful
As you heard in the choir's last few songs, we've often been inspired by Black people and by the music of the Black church tradition. But words like tradition and church tend to be difficult for many of us. We each have a different story, but for me, as a queer person of faith, that has meant consciously seeking out and finding churches and communities that are open and affirming of LGBTQ plus people, not just in words, but in actions. Places where people take serious the call to love each other, to speak up on behalf of those on the margins, and to actively work to bring out greater justice and compassion to this world. Up here on stage, many of us grew up with a religious background. In fact, choir members, if church was part of your life when you were younger, please raise your hand. This second set of pieces is about that religious or spiritual experience of Christmas. So I ask you to ponder in your hearts, how does your queer identity interact with your spiritual side? How are our stories reflected in the stories we hear at church? Can you still find time for dancing and for remembering that we, all of us, are truly loved?
Tomorrow shall be my dancing day. I want my true love did so chance to see the legend of my fate, to call my true love to my dancing. Oh my love, oh my love, my love, my love, this have I done for my true love. Then was I born of a virgin pure, of her I took fleshly substance, as was
While many of us grew up with religion, a lot of us have had to leave that behind. Raise your hand again if you grew up religious. And how many of you consider yourself to be religious now? Often we don't choose to leave the church because we want to. How many times do we hear of churches, even churches that tell us they accept us for who we are, turn around and say that we need to hide part of ourselves in order to be accepted? I am here to tell you that if someone says they accept me but doesn't want me to get married or play sports or have books with people who are like me in them, then they're only accepting part of me. It is a painful experience to find out that people in institutions who tell us they love us turn around to only love us if we conform to their narrow view of the world.
Still
everyone. I'm Haley Franzen. I use she, they pronouns, and I am the board chair of the Quire of Eastern Iowa. I want to thank you all for coming out to support our organization tonight. The Quire was founded in 1995 as a nonprofit that, at the time, was a 16-member GLBT mixed chorus. Over the past 27 years, the Quire of Eastern Iowa has provided safe queer community to Eastern Iowans while working to educate audiences about relevant social justice causes through our song. In this work, the Quire has established a home in Iowa City where LGBT+ individuals and allies have been able to join together in both a social and dedicated advocacy organization. What you may not have known prior to tonight is we are a volunteer-run organization. If you are now or have ever been a volunteer board member in the audience or ensemble, please wave. Without the work of these individuals, this ensemble would not still exist today. To manage concerts like this, appear at local community events such as Pride, and promote a safe haven for our members, we rely on the financial generosity of supporters like you. If you have the means, I'm asking if you would leave a cash or check donation in a donation box as you leave the concert in the lobby, or you can scan the QR code found in the announcements portion of your program with your smartphone. From there, you'll be directed to our online donation form. For those tuned into our live stream, thanks for tuning in. If you scroll down the page that you're on, you'll see a Donate Here button. Every dollar you spend will come back to helping the Quire continue our efforts in building community and paving a more equitable future for the next generation of our queer community. Thank you and enjoy the remainder of our performance.
All right, are you up for a challenge? We're gonna sing Gay Ride. It's the tune of Sleigh Ride. The words go fast. Just hear those gay bells jingling, ring ting tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a gay ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a gay ride together with you. Get all up, get all up, get all up, so let's go. Let's find a drag show. We're gonna break every status quo. LGBTQI, HUS plus more. It's never a bore. We'll be out and proud till darn it. Our hearts are nice and ours. We will come whoever you'll be. A new gender expression or sexuality. We'll be right here beside you as you discover your truth. Come on, it's lovely weather for a gay ride together with you. There's a coming out party at our friends they're using they. It'll be the perfect ending to a rainbow day. We'll be singing the songs we love to sing and not a single stop. Cher, Madonna, Gaga, Britney, make us death drop. There's a happy feeling nothing in the world can buy when we see our friends and family celebrating pride. We will do what we can while hand in hand to spread love worldwide. These wonderful things are the things we remember all through our lives. Just hear those gay bells jingling, ring ting tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a gay ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a gay ride together with you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a gay ride together with you.
So many stories of the holidays center around family and spending time with those we love. But how many of us are asked to hide part of ourselves when we head home for the holidays? Or perhaps we're not asked outright, but we kind of feel it's expected? And how many of us just aren't able to go home? Last week, I learned that a friend of mine who was about my age only just recently came out to his very religious family and was told that he wasn't welcome at this year's Thanksgiving gathering, and indeed wasn't welcome at home at all, as long as he was going to be that way. He spent Thanksgiving with friends who welcomed him with open, loving arms. In his memoir, Logical Family, Tales of the City author Armistead Maupin says, "Sooner or later, no matter where in the world we live, we must venture beyond our biological family to find our logical one, the one that actually makes sense for us." This next set explores some of the ways that our queerness intersects with and affects our identity and family, be it biological or logical, during the holiday season.
Sometimes it feels like the last time that I should just get it right or fade into gray.
The holidays, they bring out the worst in me. I see what my family sees. Trust me, it ain't great.
Lay on Christmas, lay on Christmas, songs and forgiveness. Still it haunts me, lay on Christmas. But I've learned to accept less, to bite my tongue and just receive. The GOP, I know they don't know me. I know it's not personal. Fear is a means of control. But you're different. You came to my wedding. You saw me fighting for something that you've always had. Lay on Christmas, fake songs of forgiveness. I moved on from this, but still it haunts me. Lay on Christmas, I've learned to accept less, to bite my tongue and just receive.
This year was the hardest year, 'cause I stopped giving a shit, and you faded away.
Lay on Christmas, fake smiles and forgiveness. I've moved on from this, but still it haunts me. Day on Christmas, I refuse to accept less. So clear my basement, I'm not coming home.
I come from good people. I have journeyed far from them. My mother and I are two of a kind, and I wear my father's face. But I've left them far behind. We other place.
I too come from good people. I still live among them. My family are neighbors, and my neighbors are my family.
If you do not come from good people, come to us.
There are good people.
Good people, I have journeyed far from
If you do not come from good people, come to us. There are good people. That message is for all of us, and so is this next song. It has the words that I wish that everyone got to hear when they were growing up. My hope is that the young people who need to hear these words tonight will hear them. And even if you're not young, hear them.
Hi, everyone. My name is Audra. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Really do appreciate your support of the choir. Really quick, I just want to tell the choir, I've been pretty much in love with this group since I started back in 2006. I am constantly amazed by your talent. I am impressed by your dedication. I am so blessed to be in your midst. Thank you, you're all in my heart. So now I'd like to do something a little special. I'd like to call my children to the stage. I have a few of them, so just give me a moment. So first is Olivia. She just turned 10 last week. Sometimes she thinks she's 40. Next is Clarity. She's 8. Then there's Cashton. He's 6, but he'd like you to know he's going to be 7 next month, and that's a big deal. And then Anderson, who's 4. I'd also like to call our family friend Ivy up to the stage, who also just turned 8. We hang out a lot together. Do you guys want to have a seat, or do you want to stand? Stand? Okay. All right, you ready? You want to sit? You can also sit. Whatever you want to do. Okay. Don't fall off the edge, buddy. I don't want you to break yourself just for me. We have cleared off the table, the leftovers saved, washed the dishes and put them away. I have told you a story and tucked you in tight at the end of your knockabout day, as the moon sets its sail to carry you to sleep over the midnight sea. Well, I will sing you a song no one sang to me. May it keep you good company.
You can be anybody that you want to be. You can love whomever you will. You can travel any country where your heart leads, and know I will love you still.
Well, as we bring our time together to a close, I need to give some thank yous. We've already a little bit thank you Leslie, but obviously she does so much more for this group than just playing the piano, which she also does very nicely. But let's give Leslie a hand. I'm also so pleased that we could be in this wonderful space tonight. So, thank you to City High and Iowa City Schools District for working with us on a bit of a last-minute switch. We can talk about that some other time. And also Doug, who is here and has, made us look amazing and sound amazing. So Doug in the sound booth, well, I want to thank him. And finally, we have relied on the churches we are singing at to live stream, but we had to figure out how to live stream ourselves tonight. So we have to thank Peter and Amanda, who are working Peter's recording and making the live stream happen, and so is Amanda. So thank you so much. All right, and of course, I need to thank you for coming and supporting a group like this. I think it's important that we have a group like us here in town who is visible, advocating for queer people through our music and at a very high artistic level. I think it's an important thing. So, thank you. All right, you're on the spot again. So it's time for All I Want for Christmas Is You. You gotta sing along.
I don't want a lot for Christmas.